Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Exciting Things, and this man right here to my side needs no introduction. He's an author, a truck driver, a father, a didgeridoo player. He's also a lot of things, but he's Scot Gardner, and he's joining us for 5 Exciting Things this week. Scott, welcome.
Thank you very much.
You've been running the kids through a few workshops this week for the Literature Festival.
Have indeed. The kids have been fantastic. A lot of lively minds at Rowville, and some of the primary kids have come in as well, and they've been triumphant in their enthusiasm. There's no questioning that. I think the exercises mostly were about narrative therapy, about telling stories as part of your connection to the world and that sort of thing.
You had a mantra once upon a time. I was reading a bit of information, doing a bit of research, the conscientious person that I am, that it was for people to take good risks and to write their hearts out, and that's certainly what you've been doing this week in the workshops.
Thank you, yes. I feel like if you can connect to a story, then it empowers you and the story itself. So, yeah, I think that writing your heart out is vital, even if you're writing fiction, even if you've got some obscure fantasy that you need to write. It still has to be grounded in the human condition, so writing your heart out is quite valuable. And taking risks is important because that's how you test the boundaries of your experience. I think that's also valuable. Still, I think that's probably 20 years old, that quote.
You've also worked as a counsellor and a youth worker, and does that come out in your writing, and is that certainly something that helps you connect with a lot of the students here?
I would say it's the core of my being in some respects. In fact, I use more of my counselling skills doing writing workshops than I ever did as a counsellor. It's like the opportunity to acknowledge someone's story without feeling like they're judged for it, being open and accepting to all of the things that they have to say about their experience. And sometimes, you know, when stories deeply impact your world, you have no control over the way that they're going to affect you in the long term. And some of the stories that come out when we start talking stories have really deep roots and can be quite confronting for the people who've experienced them.
They're incredibly good stories, of course. You've won a few awards. I think the last one was The Dead I Know that won the 2012 CBCA award. And
you have done your research.
I have done my research, yes, that's right. And of course it was shortlisted for WA's Premier Award, and you've won some also other Premier Awards too over the years too, I understand.
That's true, yeah. You never expect to win an award when you write a book. In fact, the only thing that motivates me while I'm writing is a sense of wanting to entertain an audience, want to give a reader something to go on with and be drawn into the experience. So when, after you've done all the hard work, it comes out and people want to celebrate it in other ways, it's always a surprise and affects me in various ways. In fact, the CBCA award for The Dead I Know opened doors for me to travel to Dubai to work in the festival in Dubai, because people read the short lists and the long lists and the winning authors from the various awards from around the world and divvy up their invitations accordingly.
And you're also a keen didgeridoo player?
Yeah, I met an Aboriginal bloke when I was 18. He was sitting out the front of Myers in the city and playing Christmas carols down his didgeridoo, and he was earning a lot of money as people were walking past, making this fascinating and unique instrument into something that's very contemporary and accessible. It was at Christmas time, and he was making about $80 an hour or something like that, and I sat with him and he taught me how to play, and I've been playing since. I went on Red Faces, which was part of a really old program called Hey Hey It's Saturday, and basically did a didgeridoo striptease, and they paid me what was effectively $30,000 an hour for my 3 minutes work.
Wowee. Hey Hey It's Saturday. Most 5 Exciting Things viewers who are in school at the moment probably wouldn't know what Hey Hey It's Saturday is, but I do, and I'm aware of it, and I'm absolutely rapt that I'm sitting here next to someone who's been on Red Faces.
Red gave me an 8.
Red gave you an 8, and that's another plus too. So Scot Gardner, thanks very much for joining us this week for 5 Exciting Things. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here at Rowville Secondary College.
Pleasure has been mine, thank you.
Come along here tonight to play a little song for you. It's a traditional Scottish song. I've got my whole bag of pipes at the back, but I chose this one. It's one of my best pipes. It's called Scotland the Brave. And it goes like this.
Thank you.